We always say Spana's a veterinary charity, but actually it's much more complex than that. What we do is we're all over some of the poorest countries in Africa and Asia, and we help working animals that people depend on for their very livelihoods, for their very survival. Now, many of those old-fashioned horse problems are not of any interest to the Western world, so therefore nobody does any work on them. So there are no specific treatments for many of the third world problems, if you like, because there's no money in it. We are hoping that this way, by using the animal to actually help people that everybody feels concerned about, that this will actually help to improve its standing, improve the image of the animal overall.
Since almost all of Kosovo's vets were Serbs and they've now fled the country, the only help farmers can get now is from volunteers like Spana, the Society for the Protection of Animals Abroad.
Obviously, sick people, injured people, that's a priority, but it's just as important in the long run to get their agriculture and their infrastructure back into action again. And this is where we've been able to help.
We've got the lorry here and we're just about to load up with 30 tons of feed. It's sizzling hot, but at least we're making some progress. We've made some good contacts. We can work with people in the future, we can resupply them, and I'm looking forward to really sort of being able to help.
Jeez, I bet we look great now.
What struck you as soon as you arrived?
I suppose the sheer size of the problem. It's a huge area and there are huge numbers of people and animals involved. And they are absolutely dependent on those animals. They live for them, from them, by them, on them. And if those animals are gone and die, it's difficult to see what future they have.
Here we are in Dudub. It's a small community in eastern Ethiopia, and they're in the middle of the worst drought, maybe for 30 years. And if all their livestock die, and they very well might, then they've got nothing left and no future. And I think that's an absolute disaster.
I am particularly proud of our education programme. And it's only by changing the attitudes of the people in the countries, the next generation, if you like, that we can actually fundamentally change these things.
If we can keep that cow alive, there should be sufficient milk to keep these youngsters alive and going. So it's really important. Otherwise, this family faces disaster. This is a swingle tree. It spreads the load on the actual animal. And I have to say, I don't think it's ever been tried on an elephant before, but that's why we're doing it here.
Last rainy season, we didn't lose one single cow. So I thought, oh, you know, that's not going to change the world, but for this village, that must have made a big difference. Sugrio, huh? It's a great joke, whatever it is. I've obviously got a future as a stand-up comic here.